Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Lucifer Season 5, Episode 10. So, last time we had our family dinner with the god and the angels and Linda. It was a fun but serious episode. It got really um yeah, I felt like it took like a much more serious turn, even though there were still a lot of funny bits. I really liked Dan's speech to Ella. That was really good. I really appreciated that. And then we had that little mini golf rivalry, which was probably that's probably where most of the humor was. Was that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to where we go from here because it seems like uh Michael was supposed to be going back to heaven, but he is not listening to God and he has other plans in mind. We have Lucifer, who wasn't able to say "I love you" and basically told Chloe that he will never be able to. Which that frustrated me a little bit, because I feel like he's relying too heavily on how much like what his father, like he's too. I don't know. I feel like his mind space is like, oh, I'm just like my father, so I can only do these things and I can't do these things because of that. Not because of anything wrong with him or anything, just because he's in that headspace of like, I'm like my father, so I must not be able to do this. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just taking it the wrong way. But either way, I'm excited to see where we go from here. Are Chloe and Lucifer still going to be together after her finding out that he'll never be able to say I love you? So I wonder what's going to happen there. But let's get started, shall we? All right, we're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. What is going on? It also has only been a few days since I recorded the last episode because I'm playing catch up and everything, so I'm still a little bit congested. I'm doing even better than I did in that episode, though. Piano. Got some singing. Did he lose her? I don't know. That's interesting, though. I hate that that handsome man can sing so well. I'm just kidding, it's awesome. I'm just jealous. I can't sing, and I'm not that handsome. Not even close. He's spiraling. Like the camera is. You can say it in a song, but you can't say it to her face. It's dead. I can make that happen. Be funny if that was him calling. Guess that was a text, huh? What does it say? The dramatic tension of him reaching for it and reading it and not showing. Oh, there's murder. Okay, so I guess we're still working. I feel like I've seen that guy somewhere before. Maybe. He had to shower for 4 hours. Okay, so I like that she's not like freaking out about it. Hella. Hmm. Damn. What? Okay. I saw karaoke in the title. Is this a musical episode? Oh my god. What? Chloe, what are you doing? Holy shit. He just gets into it. So disrespectful. Right over a dead body. That was so funny. So Lucifer seemed confused about what was going on, but then he just kind of like jumped into it. Like him being self-aware of it is, fourth wall breaking a little bit, but it also makes me wonder if it's like he's alive. If it's like celestial intervention. This is silly. So that was interesting. Oh. Okay, so maybe it is some kind of divine intervention. Interesting. I don't know. So he did do it, okay. Oh my god. Hey, that's the first time he didn't say, oh dad. He said, oh god. Is that the first time he's ever done that? I like that Lucifer said that's not what you do at a crime scene. He's kind of learned over the time to like be more respectful a little bit. I mean, he still makes jokes and everything, but hmm. It was her. I don't know. Probably not. Can she see him? Hmm. She gonna find out it's God. My dad. Oh, is she gonna yell at him? Okay, maybe not. The way she stormed over, I thought she was gonna like. Damn. Okay, yeah. She does chew into him. Respectfully. And no more childproofing? The ceiling? I guess he can't fly. He's just a normal human. I wonder how she'll take it. I mean, will she be happy or. Okay, so she is happy. Why'd you ruin her thingy? Oh no. This guy didn't do it. He's just talking shit. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. He hasn't even gotten a word out. Oh god. Helicopter mom. Oh no. Lucifer's reaction. I'll be watching you. So can he not help but participate when this is happening? Or does he choose to? I wonder if they got... Like, is this actually that actress singing? I wonder if they got people that are good at singing as, like, extras. Tom Ellis is putting in work this episode with the singing. I think I've heard that he likes whenever he gets to sing and play the piano and everything in the show. So I'm sure he's loving it. I'm sure he loved this one. Why is God doing this, though? Why is he just making random musicals happen for seemingly only for Lucifer? And now we're back. Hmm. Ah, that CIA. I think I just called her a helicopter mom earlier, didn't I? Or did I only think that? I was gonna say it if I didn't. Ground your helicopter. I don't know that it works like that. Oh, that's not descriptive. Okay, that's a little better. That's not the CIA. Oh my god. It's a really interesting scene that we had though with God. Like it kept cutting to him with like a bright light behind him watching this happen. I don't know. I'm just trying to think about what it all means, you know. Unreasonable. He's gonna give it a shot. Alright. So he's gonna be staying with oh no, he's even at work too. Take it away. Why'd you take it away? Throne. Hmm. Well, he's acting like a father, being judgmental, nothing good enough. Dan's new to all this. It didn't click. That's so awkward. uh, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Is that like a in heaven or maybe not, you know? He likes having that arm behind him, that like posture that he's keeping. What an asshole. I don't know. Does Maze know? Oh, jeez. Maze. Oh, no. Poor Ella. I didn't know that she could sing. I'm pretty sure that's her voice, right? Because, I mean, obviously they don't have to have it be her be the one singing, but... all these talented actors and actresses. God is just having a blast, isn't he? And I know I just said something about it, but Ella did sing a little bit in the on the football field too. I did hear it. It's also weird because like Lucifer is aware that it's happening, but then the other characters aren't aware. Hmm. Oh. Oh, shit. It's too early in the episode. It's gonna be the second fingerprint, I think, right? They said there's two others. Yeah, that's awkward. Ah, therapy. Taste this. Oh, well. I guess it's not Linda's first time seeing him. He looks so bored. Hmm. This is the most he's ever talked, though, to be honest. Okay, so he's not forcing him, I don't think. He just can't help himself. Uh-oh. She's projecting her issues with what Amenadiel said. The way he likes it. She has a point. Although she's kind of projecting her issues with the way Amenadiel said that they're better, you know. Linda. Uh-oh. Oh god. Yeah, coddle him. Ugh. That was funny. Oh, I've seen this actor. Hmm. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nice. Ooh. Hmm. Wow. So it's his whistle, not they. So they swapped the coaches or whatever, or they swapped the whistles. Oh my god. Oh, I'm at a deal and Dan. Yeah. Possessing her. Poor Dan. Overlap. Well, I'm in a real space. Oh, poor Dan. What a terrible week for him to figure out all this is going on, that all this is real. Hmm. So maybe he's. Oh. Oh, do we have another song coming in? Yeah, we do. Okay. Feel bad for Dan, man. I mean, I know we're um like having a fun little musical right now, but he was so worried about going to hell before, and now he found out he slept with God's wife, you know? It's just red and fire everywhere. Nope. They're here. I guess that's why this is happening. Yeah. Pretty sure that's the episode title. It's having so much fun. It's funny because God is making them do like a musical skit in a place where there's like music always playing and dancing and stuff. Oh my god. Damn. That's just creepy. You're gonna be better than the coffee at work. Does kind of seem like he wanted to win. They just have an argument about the coffee, and he makes a big deal about making good coffee. 6 days of work. Is that supposed to be like the Sunday when you go to church and everything? Is the one day that he's off kind of thing? I don't know. Long hairs. Orange and blue. Oh, so what colors? Hmm. So why them? Alright. Lucifer, dad free. He even reanimated a dead body to dance for a little bit. Oh, giving her an idea for the case. Oh, little Charlie. Oh, more singing. Linda gets a singing scene. So is God coming to see little Charlie? Is that why the singing is happening? Amenadiel. So is Amenadiel aware of God doing this to people then? Or is it only Lucifer that's aware? I guess they're probably gonna have to tell him eventually, right? I never really talked about that, but his dad's not gonna get any older. Oh. The smile fades for a second. Interesting. Oh. Is it her? I made a joke about that in the beginning. Hmm. Interesting. Damn. I was right. I was just kidding about that. Jesus. Oh man, that fire did not look great, but guess I had to do it, you know? She's so confused. Well, he's still not vulnerable around Chloe. It's true. Don't start singing. Okay, good. Something in my eye. We haven't seen Trixie in a while. Oh. Oh my god, we're gonna get another song. What's God doing here? Hey, we do get to see Trixie. I thought when she like shut the door and said like goodnight, sweetie. I thought we weren't gonna see her. Thought that was their way of like oh, she's remembering back then when she saw where his wings were. Interesting. I feel like we never had a moment where she like looked back and she was like, "Oh, that's right," you know. But it's interesting that we're kind of getting that in a scene here. She's kind of thinking about it. Poor Chloe. What are you doing, God? Did he want to talk to her? Maybe? I wonder. Interesting. And now he's here. Incendiary. Nice. Hmm. He's trying. Damn it. Bad chemistry, nice. Damn. We're going into another song. Nice lyrics. He's singing for once. I keep, like, whenever a song plays, I try to think of, like, the symbolism, and obviously some of them are, like, easier. Like, obviously the Chloe and Trixie one and everything, but excuse me. He has a point. Oh, damn. Interesting. A tear. Oh. Oh, shit. Well, that's a development. Well, oh, well, that's an ending. God damn. All right. That is it, guys, for episode 10. Man. God can't control powers. Well, I guess he's losing control. It's probably a bad way to word that in my notes, but whatever. It's fine. I'll know what it means, I hope. Or I'll forget. But yeah, that was a fun episode. Like, definitely, I like how, I see the description on Netflix right now, and it is called Bloody Celestial Karaoke Jam. I knew I saw karaoke in the title, so it wasn't too big of a surprise when we ended up having, like, a musical, but the description even says, it's a musical. Yep. That's funny. it's interesting they chose to take like such a serious episode, like because obviously we have God and Lucifer for the most part. It's the focus is on them trying to work out their issues that they've had over a long period of time, and they decide to throw in these fun little songs in between, and some of them seemed relevant to their struggles, and then others just seemed like for fun, like I felt like one of the for fun ones was just like the maze song and everything. But I like musical episodes. I will say I think that this musical, I haven't seen too many shows that do musical episodes, so I don't really have a big pool to pull from, But I do think that the Flash one I did see, and I think that one was a little bit better than this one. But I did enjoy this one for what it was. Tom Ellis is a great singer, so I always like seeing him perform and everything. And I mean, I felt like he was on point more than usual this episode, between pulling off like the songs, but then the emotional bits, like especially there at the end where he was breaking down, I felt like that was really, really well acted. So, but but I also really liked how Chloe handled what Lucifer had to tell him, what Lucifer had to tell her last episode, with the whole bits about not being able to love and everything. And she's like, well, I believe that you can overcome it, and stuff like that. She didn't immediately freak out and be like, oh, well, you can never love me, so, and like make it all about her. I felt like she handled it in a very not professional, but a very mature way, so I really did like that. But it does seem like the relationship is kind of on a little bit of a hold, seemingly. Like, because she was like, well, we can still be partners, right? And for now, and all that. So it seems like they're kind of, I don't think they've actually, like, broken up yet, but I don't think they're really together at the moment. So I think it's like in a weird in-between state where things are just kind of on pause. But yeah, really, like the crime definitely took more of a backseat this episode, where usually it's very deeply ingrained in like what's going on, and it was in a way. We had these ideas of like this wife who killed her husband because her husband was very controlling and everything, and we know that Lucifer feels like God is very controlling, so it still has the loose connection to the character's problems and everything. But it wasn't, when I say that it wasn't as, in the forefront, it was more in the background, was because we had all these songs, which was more in the forefront, like the songs, and then Lucifer's issues that he's trying to work out and everything were kind of like the main focus. And then we had the crime stuff was just kind of like every now and then we went back to it, and they solved it pretty fast. I mean, really, it felt like we probably had more scenes than I'm like, really remembering, but it feels like we had the scene of like, we were at the crime scene, and then we kind of jumped to the interrogation where they found out about the yellow truck, and then we jumped to the whistle, and then we jumped to the school with the guy whose fingerprint was on it, found out it wasn't him, and then jumped to whoever the other finger was, basically, was finding out that, or like the whole hair thing that they got from the other guy, so yeah, that was, now that I think about it, they didn't even mention another fingerprint, so I think I misunderstood. I think it was two fingerprints. I think it was the coach that died, and then the coach that was originally his, so, but I thought when they said it, I thought they were saying there was two other fingerprints other than the dead guys, but maybe I misunderstood and it was only those two, because I don't think they mentioned the fingerprints at all afterward. They talked more about the hair, so, but either way, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, really, in a, almost hour-long episode, we only had like 4 or 5 scenes, I feel like, that were focused on the crime. But I'm fine with that, honestly. I almost think that we could go, like, I almost feel like there could be some episodes where we don't have a crime, and I'd be perfectly fine with it. I don't think we need to have a, like the serialized cop drama, someone's been murdered every single episode, um, but yeah, anyway. I feel like a lot of the relationship stuff that was happening this episode is a lot of what I talked about last episode too, although this one was way more focused on Lucifer and God, It's a really complex thing where Lucifer feels like God is either too controlling. I mean, basically God said it here, and honestly, I feel like God said it pretty well, is if he steps in and does something, he's being controlling. If he steps back and doesn't do anything, he's the, doing things in mysterious ways kind of thing. There doesn't seem to be a happy medium. And that, I'm not trying to say that God is right in that it's Lucifer's fault or anything. It could be very much God's fault, because maybe God doesn't know how to subtly get involved, like he tried to do. It seemed like God tried to do the positive affirmation kind of like parenting, but he really went like helicopter mom about it, and I can't really tell if that was him being kind of like, oh, this is what you want? I'll give this to you, and then just went over the top as like to spite Lucifer, or if he was genuinely trying to be like a supportive father and he just doesn't know how to do it, so he just went overboard. And I think it's probably a little bit of fault on both sides, in terms of the idea of God being either too controlling or too distant kind of thing, and not having a middle ground. I think it could be both Lucifer and God's fault in different ways, so, but I feel bad for Dan. As I said several times throughout the episode, he first learns about the divine very, very recently, to the point where when Lucifer says, "This is my dad," honestly, it was so soon that Dan figured it out that my first thought was like, Dan probably doesn't really... Like, I even forgot that Dan knew about the divine for a moment, because my mind just went somewhere else. I was like, oh, I wonder if, like, Dan's gonna believe that, because obviously, God is black and Lucifer's white, and when you say dad, obviously it could be adopted and different things like that. Same with the fact that Lucifer calls his brother Amenadiel and everything. There's obviously adoption and all that, but the way Dan reacted, where he was like, oh, yeah, and like just kind of played it off, almost like another like joke from Lucifer kind of thing. It was it kind of got me too, because I was sitting there thinking like, oh yeah, like I wonder if Dan's gonna believe it or not. And then it dawned on me around the time that it dawned on Dan that Dan knows about the divine now, which means that when Lucifer says, "This is my dad," it should have clicked, but it's just so new to him that it didn't, so. But then God dropped the fact that he's like, oh, my wife, and that was something that Dan hadn't found out about yet, obviously, because he just found out about the divine. He never knew that God's wife was inhabiting Charlotte's body for a time, and there was some overlap, So I actually couldn't remember during that scene. I was trying to like think back to that season and I was pretty sure that Dan did sleep with the goddess version of Charlotte, but I wasn't like 100% sure. Like, my memory is kind of shit, so but they did very much confirm that. But like right when Dan found out about the divine, he was like all worried about going to hell because of the things he's done, probably when he, worked for Malcolm and stole stuff out of evidence, and just the various different things that he has done over time, and he got really worried about it. And then to add on to all of that concern, when he was finally starting to come back to work, be normal, things were leveling out a little bit, he finds out that he, banged God's wife, and, in the Bible they call him the jealous God and everything. So he even had that thing of like, I'll be seeing you later. Or maybe not. Like, just messing with him too. Uh, like, I know that it's probably out of the realm of the show and something you don't really have to think about because it's just a show and it's never going to get that far anyway, but I hope Dan goes to heaven. Like, I know he's done some bad stuff, but there's people that have done far worse, and I don't know. I feel like he tries to do well, and just gets himself into some of these bad situations that he has a hard time getting himself out of and everything, so, but anyway. If there is a heaven or hell, I hope he goes to heaven. Well, I mean, I guess in terms of the show, I'm talking about the character. We know there is a heaven, so I do hope he goes. But yeah, I guess really the big and final thing I have to talk about in regards to this episode is God not be or like starting to lose control of his powers. So it's not that I thought he was gonna say he's losing his powers, and this was gonna be like a last hurrah of like making people sing and dance and stuff like that. So my question is did God make everyone sing and dance because he wanted to, or am I supposed to take by the ending of the episode, which I think I am supposed to take it this way instead, is that God is losing control of his powers, so now it was just happening around him and he couldn't control it. Like, he didn't want to make all these people sing and dance and everything. It was just, he was just trying to be around his family and it just kept happening, So I wonder what that's going to mean. And I guess that kind of answered my question going throughout the episode, because we kept having these lingering scenes of God where he wouldn't say anything. Like, it was on when he was in the interrogation room on the other side of the glass, and it kept like panning on his face, and we had those moments of like almost sadness on his face, and like the time where he went to go like seeming like he went to go talk to Chloe, but then the singing thing happened and he left. It just seemed like in that time where he had like that smile, and then he just like loses it for a second and then just kind of like puts the mask back on a little bit. I think there was like a lot of those little like hanging scenes this episode where I was like, what's going on with him? Like, it felt like I almost thought it was going to be something of like, I'm dying, like that briefly went past my face. Yes, that's definitely the words I wanted to say. No, that went through my mind briefly of like, I wonder if he's like dying or something, and that's why he's trying to spend so much time on Earth and make amends to his kids and everything, and work all this out before he goes or something. But I wonder what that's going to mean. I guess maybe that's what the plot line is going to be for the rest of the season, is God's powers going out of control while he's here on Earth. Like, will he have to go back to heaven? If he goes back to heaven, will that stop his powers from affecting Earth? Or even if he goes back to heaven, will his powers affect Earth, Because depending on, I mean, obviously he's almighty, the magnitude of his abilities, if he like explodes, I imagine that could take out literally everything, with that level of power that he has. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe that's what has him so upset, is like, maybe with like his powers going out of control, maybe he would never be able to come back to Earth. Maybe he does have to leave soon and he will never be able to return, kind of thing. I'm not sure, but I'm really interested to see where we go, and I think this could open up for like some really interesting stuff in terms of like the supernatural in this world, like if God's powers start going out of control, does that mean we're going to see some of his powers in action throughout these episodes in ways that he doesn't want them to? Like, obviously we saw the musical here. I don't think it's going to be another like musical episode, but maybe the next time we see it start raining frogs or something, I don't know. But like, just something, are we going to start seeing his powers go crazy on Earth and stuff like that? I don't know. I imagine we would. If he's losing control, I feel like we'd have to, at least a little bit. I also wonder, like, how do we solve it? You know, does God know how to solve it? I wonder. Even obviously, if I mean that's a stupid question because if God knew how to solve it, he'd just solve it, right? Like, so he must not be sure either. So I don't know. It's a really interesting thing, and I'm curious. But yeah, I can't wait to see more. And I guess in a way, it definitely does remind me of God's wife in that regard, where she was kind of inhabiting Charlotte's body and it was kind of like spilling over. She was slowly gaining her power back and it wasn't able to be like contained within the body to the point where she was like shooting out light from like her wounds and stuff like that. That was just like destroying things. It reminds me a little bit of that, but just on a different level, you know. So, but I guess we're just gonna have to keep watching and see where we go. I wonder if him losing control of his power has anything to do with uh Hell not needing a warden anymore. But I don't know if that's the case or not. I'm really wondering what, like, I feel like we need to come back to that, right? Because they dismissed it so easily too. I don't know. Maybe we won't, but I kind of hope we do come back to it and they go into why Hell doesn't need a warden because last like every time it's been brought up it's just been dismissed so quickly and without any real explanation. So, but anyways, I think that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much. It was a fun episode. I always love musicals. I think they're really fun to do like once in a entire series of a show, you know. I don't think I'd really want it like multiple times, you know, but I think it can be just a little fun, especially because it shows off just how talented some of these actors and actresses are. Because I'm pretty sure most of the ones that sang are the actual actors and actresses. You know, like obviously Tom Ellis did; he's a very good singer. But even like Ella's actress did it. I believe that was her voice. I'm fairly certain Maze's voice actress, yeah, actress did that singing as well. Um, and I felt like they did a very good job. I felt like Ella's was very good. But I remember seeing her on Dexter and everything too. So, but she never sang in Dexter. I didn't know that she could sing. That's cool. But it's always cool. Like same with the Flash is like before I watched the Flash, I didn't realize like I didn't really know a lot of like I didn't really know a lot about the actors and everything in the Flash, but it turns out a lot of them are actual like singers from either different shows or Broadway and stuff like that. And I thought it was really cool to see that side of them displayed in the show. So once again, it was very neat. I very much enjoyed it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. You can see the rest of Lucifer as usual. This was a Patreon exclusive, so I watched the entire thing on my Patreon before releasing it to YouTube. So you can catch all that there, and whatever has replaced this will be on there as well, and some other Patreon exclusives too. So check all those out if you're interested. Link in the description below, or it should be popping up on the screen. And I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.